Let's analyze a scenario. You're some big important businessman, and at some point in your career, you have the chance to buy Google for $1 million. Now imagine you passed on that deal. Not once, but twice. And then picture this. Another opportunity arises. Facebook, the social network on everyone's lips. You're offered a chance to buy it for $1 billion, but you fumble the bag again. This isn't just a story of missed chances. This is a tale of billions slipping through the fingers of a tech giant. This is the story of Yahoo, a company that could have owned the internet, but instead wrote the textbook on how to lose everything. For quite some time, Yahoo was the king of the internet. Founded in 1994, it quickly became the go-to portal for news, search, email, and everything in between. By the early 2000s, Yahoo was valued at over $100 billion. But with great power comes even greater decisions. And with each decision, Yahoo found itself at a crossroads, each time choosing the wrong path. Before it became a cautionary tale, Yahoo was a beacon of the early internet. It was founded in 1994 by Jerry Yang and David Filo, two Stanford electrical engineering students. Yahoo started as a simple directory of websites, but it quickly became so much more. In an era where the internet was the Wild West, Yahoo was kind of the sheriff, a guide to the new digital frontier. By 1996, Yahoo had gone public, raising $33.8 million in its IPO. That may not sound like much today. I mean, there are companies raising $1 billion for a seed round, but at the time it was groundbreaking. By the early 2000s, Yahoo was valued at over $100 billion, making it one of the most valuable companies in the world. Yahoo wasn't just about search though, it was the home for email, news, finance, and more. And it was, for many people, the internet itself. They made some pretty smart early moves, like acquiring GeoCities and launching their own Yahoo Mail. They had the world at their fingertips. But as with all giants, the one key problem remains: staying on top. Every great fall starts with a stumble. For Yahoo, it wasn't just one or two mistakes. It was a series of missteps that cost them billions. But what if I told you that this tale begins with a seemingly small failure, leading to a cascade of decisions that left Yahoo in ruins? Let's start from the bottom, where a once mighty internet giant began its descent. In 1999, Yahoo made a pretty bold move. They bought Broadcast.com for a staggering $5.7 billion. At the time, it seemed like the future. Broadcast.com was one of the first major players in streaming, a platform created by Mark Cuban and his co-founder Todd Wagner. Mark Cuban was a sharp entrepreneur, and he saw the writing on the wall, so he sold the company at the height of the dot-com bubble, walking away with billions. In fact, this deal made Cuban one of the wealthiest men in tech, which would later help him buy the Dallas Mavericks and become a celebrity investor on Shark Tank. To be honest, Mark Cuban kind of reminds me of the Silicon Valley TV series character Russ Hanneman, who put radio on the internet and is a member of the Tres Comas Club.
And at the rest of you guys, this is the guy in the house doing all the fucking. Am I right? You know I'm right.
Okay, anyways, Yahoo failed to see the real potential in streaming media. And as Cuban started investing in new ventures, Yahoo let Broadcast.com die a slow death. While YouTube and Netflix seized the opportunity, Yahoo was left with nothing but a billion-dollar mistake. Let's fast forward a bit to 2013. Yahoo, at this point desperately searching for a way to stay relevant, set its sights on Tumblr. At the time, Tumblr was the place to be for creative types. It was a unique platform filled with artists, bloggers, and fandoms. And also porn. Lots of porn. David Karp, the founder of Tumblr, built it to be a haven for expression, and its culture was its strength. David Karp was a visionary in his own right. He dropped out of high school and taught himself programming, founding Tumblr in 2007. The site grew quickly, becoming a cultural phenomenon. But when Yahoo acquired Tumblr for $1.1 billion, Karp's creation was handed over to executives who have no idea how to nurture it. Instead of monetizing Tumblr in a way that respected its community, Yahoo imposed ads and clunky changes, which was a disastrous mismatch, and Tumblr users rebelled. By the time Yahoo was done, Tumblr had lost its charm and its value. In 2019, Tumblr was sold off for just $3 million. But wait, it gets worse. Because Yahoo's mistakes weren't limited to acquisitions they couldn't manage. Sometimes it was about deals they simply didn't take. In 2008, Microsoft came knocking with a lifeline, offering $44.6 billion for Yahoo. This was a chance for Yahoo to cash out at a peak. But blinded by their former glory, they believed they were worth more. By now, you're probably thinking, how could Yahoo pass up on such massive opportunities time and time again? Well, it wasn't the first time and it won't be the last. But don't make the same mistake that they did by missing out. Click the subscribe button, subscribe to Economic Blueprint, and you'll get interesting and fun business videos every single week. In 2006, Yahoo had another shot at greatness. Social media was exploding, and a little startup called Facebook was quickly gaining traction. And Yahoo offered $1 billion to acquire it. At the time, Mark Zuckerberg was just 22 years old, but he knew the power of what he had built. Mark, along with his early team like Eduardo Saverin and Sean Parker, were still building Facebook into the juggernaut that it would become. Yahoo's offers seemed like a lot of money for a company that hadn't yet proven itself. But just as the deal was being finalized, Yahoo's leadership got cold feet. They lowered the offer to $800 million, and Zuckerberg's response in a board meeting was, "We're obviously going to decline this offer." Facebook continued to grow, becoming a massive force in social media. And today, Facebook's market cap is like $1.4 trillion. And Yahoo's hesitation was another $1 trillion mistake, like literal trillions. How? So at this point, Yahoo has said no to everything and botched every single deal. It couldn't possibly get worse, could it? Please, no more. Please say there isn't more. But as the guy on TV Shop said,
But wait! There's more!
Perhaps the most jaw-dropping blunder that Yahoo did was their interaction with Google. So in 1998, two Stanford students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, offered Yahoo their search engine for $1 million. And Yahoo, confident in their own search technology, saw no need for this new algorithm. So they passed. Out of all the ones that we've looked at today, I think this is the one that actually makes the most sense that Yahoo did. Because you don't want to pay $1 million to a couple of grad students when you're a $1 billion company for technology that's basically unproven. But Yahoo didn't just have one chance, because 4 years later, they had a second one. Google was back, and now they were asking for $5 billion. So surely now, at this point, Yahoo would see the value of Google. But they didn't. They thought it was too expensive, and once again, they turned Google away. And today, Google isn't just a company, it's a verb. It's an integral part of our digital lives. It dominates search, advertising, and even the smartphone industry. And Yahoo had the chance to own it all twice, and they walked away. For reference, if you thought the Facebook market cap thing was bad, just think about Google. It's like $2 trillion. I mean, Yahoo has to be the most mistake-ridden company of all time. Never misses an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Okay, so surely this has to be it, right? It can't be anything else. Like, Yahoo exists now, you can get like finance data from there and everything's good. No. Just when you thought things couldn't get worse for Yahoo, of course, they got worse. In 2013, Yahoo was hit with a catastrophic event, a massive data breach that remains one of the largest ones in history. Over 3 billion user accounts were compromised, including email addresses, passwords, security questions, and other sensitive data. What made this breach even more shocking, though, wasn't just the sheer number of accounts affected, it was the fact that Yahoo didn't disclose it to the public until 3 years later, in 2016. By then, the damage was done. Hackers had gained access to a treasure trove of personal information, and the users had no idea that their data was vulnerable for years. Understandably enough, Yahoo's delayed disclosure sparked outrage. Both the public and regulators demanded answers. Lawsuits were filed, and Yahoo was forced to settle claims for $117 million. Government agencies like the SEC began investigating Yahoo's handling of the breach, accusing the company of failing to act responsibly in notifying users and downplaying the severity of the attack. In the end, after years of missed opportunities and declining relevance, and also not being able to keep your data safe, Yahoo was acquired by Verizon in 2016 for $4.4 billion. Actually, originally it was supposed to be $4.8 billion, but the whole data breach thing made Verizon say, hey, why don't you cut a couple of $100 million from the purchase price? For a company that once commanded a valuation of over $100 billion, this final act of failure marked the end of Yahoo as we knew it. This was the final blow to a company that had already been struggling for years. In the end, Yahoo became a cautionary tale, a lesson in how lack of foresight, poor management, and broken trust can lead to a company's collapse. If you don't want to miss deals worth literal trillions, take a look at this video about Airbnb's founder Brian Chesky and Founder Mode and how he brought Airbnb back from the brink.